swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars and LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the BYU Cougars. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. Sets up the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Here we go, here we go. Wants to go up top on first down. It's caught downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's talk just for a second about BYU. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like, both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be one at one.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
BYU with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! Quick strike through the air for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's got great speed. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Running back searching for a hole. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Quarterback keeps it. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Here's the handoff. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. They'll go to the air. Punts it out of the air. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Under fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
With the run on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Fitted in the window for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Now, 4th down.
They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Breaks into the open. At the 20. Touchdown, BYU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking the shot. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now here, 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the back. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
and I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The kick is on its way. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle. It's Boyd. Right down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cougar!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Complete to start this drive. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, BYU!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's going to bring this one out. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going to fire deep. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here come the Irish back on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts
looking deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Did 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down.
Here we go, set.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Let's go. Let's go. 221 wing. 221 wing.
They'll leave it with the lone back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on 4th.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route, and they're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run.
Off to the races to the right. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Gets it out fast. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he makes it a 3-possession game. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the 3rd quarter and get it back with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. To the air on 1st down. He lets it fly. Touchdown, BYU! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oregon is ahead early right now, but years past they've had Michael James or Joey Harrington. They don't have that guy this year, and that's why this is tight. They're up by 11 over Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Man, these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times where you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Starting to feel a little pressure. A strike downfield. Turning it on. He smashes his way through again. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, early in this drive, they're staying aggressive. Last play, they had the big completion. On the third snap, they take another shot, just couldn't come up with the completion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to throw it. Looking to scramble. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
They're setting up the screen. He gets it down to the 40-yard line, but he's going to be a little bit short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
That's a big-time completion. Guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. His guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cougars. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
The number one job in defending a quarterback is making him feel uncomfortable, physically hitting him. Nice job by the defense with the pressure, the hit on the quarterback, forces the INT, and then Oski. As soon as you catch that thing, everybody start blocking, get to the near sideline, take that thing back to the house.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Going for it all. Makes the catch down the right side. Off to the races. Touchdown, Irish. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
Here we go, here we go.
To the ground with the back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Off play action. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
It's a nice job by the tight end there, just whipping his head around. They didn't need that many yards, so that's an easy completion. You get the 1st down.
The Cougars with the 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks. Trying to turn the corner on the right. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
BYU now into the red zone. They want to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It is perfect. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wideouts, no backs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Got it behind the line. It's Foster. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going for the big play. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. Notre Dame lines up quickly. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting to...
Gonna let it fly. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Tosses it incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
They just keep firing. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll take a shot. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Assuming they can wrap this one up, guys, they've served notice early in the season. Winning a game like this, that this passing game will have to be dealt with.
Yeah, top 10 team, too, because everybody knew the talent they had coming back on offense, the playmakers at the skill positions. And, David, we've seen it early this season. In this game, they've been throwing it all over the yard.
Yeah, but you do want to see it against good competition. So that's what's fun about today, like proving it against a really good team. We can talk about, you know, this guy's a star, this guy's a star. Now doing it like this on this stage, now I'm a believer.
And the Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. At the 45 on its way.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And the quarterback takes a knee.